Students, welcome back to 7th English Medium Science class. Today we will start a lesson light. So we are very familiar with the light. Every morning when we wake up, we see that sun rises in the east and gives light. With that light we start our life. So light is nothing but life, because light also takes parts in the production of the food in photosynthesis. Without light there will be no food on the earth and there will be no organisms on the earth. You might have seen a beam of sunlight when it enters a room through a narrow opening or a hole. In home you can see, if there is a narrow opening, a beam of light enters inside the house. So you can see that is called as beam of light. You may also see beams of light from headlamps of scooters, cars and engines of trains. The lights of cars or scooters, they show a column of light in the air. If there is more dust, you can see more clear beam of light. Similarly, a beam of light can be seen from a torch. Some of you may have seen beam of searchlight from lighthouse or from an airport tower. So on the bank of the sea there is a lighthouse. It shines light towards the ships to protect them from stones. So that beam of light is seen in that tower also. So we study some characteristics of light in this chapter. First, light travels along a straight line. So in class 6th, you have done an activity. In that activity, he looked at lighted candle, first through a straight pipe and then through a bent pipe. So why was Bujo not able to see the candle flame through a bent pipe? So if you observe the light of a candle through a straight pipe, you can see the light. But if you observe the candle through a bent pipe, you can see light in this situation, but you cannot see the light in a bent pipe. So this shows that light can travel in a straight line, not in curved line. So light always travels in the straight line. So this activity showed that light always travels along a straight lines. So how do we change the path of light? So do you know what happens when light falls on polished or shiny surface? So if you take a torch and lit it on the mirror, so mirror reflects the light. So you can change the direction of the light with the help of a mirror or by reflection. So what is reflection of light? One way to change the direction of light is to let it fall on shiny surface. So when light falls on a shiny surface, it changes its direction. For example, a shining stainless steel plate or shining steel spoon can change the direction of light. And the surface of water can also act like mirror and change the path of light. So have you seen the reflection of trees or buildings in water? You can see in this figure. So there is a reflection of trees in the water. You can also see reflection of the building in the water. And any polished or shiny surface can act as mirror. So any polished or shiny surface acts as mirror, it reflects the light. A mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it. So a mirror changes the direction of light that falls on it. So this change of direction by mirror is called as reflection of light. The change of direction of light by a mirror is called reflection of light. So can you recall the activity in which you got the light of torch reflected? So in this previous class you have done a activity to find the reflection of light. So what is that activity? Let us perform again. Take a torch, cover its glass with a chart paper which has 3 narrow slits as shown in the figure. Spread a sheet of chart paper on a smooth wooden board. Fix a plane mirror strip vertically on the chart paper. Now direct the beam of light on the mirror from the torch with slits. Place this torch in such a way that its light is seen along the chart paper on the board. Now adjust its position so that light from the torch strikes the plane mirror at an angle. So if you observe here, torch is covered with a black paper with 3 slits. Slit means you have to cut paper to make the narrow path for the light like this. They are called as slits. So here you can see the light coming from the slit falls on the mirror, and that light is reflected back. Like this, you can see the reflection of light at different angles. Does mirror change the direction of light that falls on it? So here the direction of light falling on the mirror is changed. So the light is coming on this direction, but it is going back in another direction. So direction of light is changed by the mirror. Now move the torch slightly to either side, so you will find change in the direction of light again. Look into the mirror along with direction of reflected light. So do you see slits in the mirror? Yes, you can see in the mirror. The slits can be seen in the mirror, and this is image of the slits. This activity shows how light gets reflected from plane mirror. So let us play around with the images formed in mirrors and know a little more about them. So you can do different activities with taking the mirror and find different properties of the light. Place a lighted candle in front of a plane mirror. Try to see the flame of the candle in the mirror. It appears as if a similar candle is placed behind the mirror. So if you observe the image of the candle in the mirror, so it looks like exact copy of that candle which is kept behind the mirror. The candle which appears behind the mirror is the image of the candle formed by the mirror. So the candle which appears like mirror behind the which appears like original candle and which is seen behind the mirror is called as image of the candle. And the candle itself is the object. And candle is the object. So you can determine between the image and object. So this candle which is seen in the mirror is called as image. And this candle which we have actually kept is called as object. Actual object which is taken. So now move the candle to different position in the mirror. observe the image in each case. So if you move the candle here and there, you can see the image will be also formed at different positions. And now study the characteristics of image formed in the mirror. So the image formed in the mirror is upright, means it is straight. So such image is called as erect image. So an image formed by a plane mirror is erect and is of the same size of the object. So if you observe the candle in the mirror, it is straight and it is same height and same size as the actual candle. So an image formed by a plane mirror is erect and of the same size as the object. So this is one property of the image formed in a plane mirror. So always image is erect and it is same size of the object. Now place a vertical screen behind the mirror. Try to obtain image of the candle on the screen. So now you try to catch the reflection on the screen. Here you hold a plain white paper and try to object the reflection to find the reflection on the paper. So we can call this as a screen. But on the screen you cannot catch the image of the candle. So the image can be seen only in the mirror and it cannot be held on the screen. So such type of image is called as virtual image. So can you get the image on the screen? No. Now place the screen in front of the mirror. Can you get the image of the screen now? No. You will find that image of the candle cannot be obtained on the screen in either case. So this type of image. So image cannot be obtained on the screen. So such type of image is called as virtual image. It is called as virtual image. And what about the distance of the image from the mirror? Let us perform another activity. So here take a chessboard. If a chessboard is not available, you can draw chart paper of 64 squares of equal size and draw a thick line in the middle of the paper. Fix a plane mirror vertically on this line. Place any small object such as a pencil or sharpener at the boundary of the third square counting from the mirror. Note the position of the image. Now shift the object to the image. Note the position of the image. Now shift the object to the boundary of the fourth square. Again note the position of the image. So did you find any relation between distance of the image from the mirror? So you have to keep the sharpener. If you keep the sharpener in the third square, so you will find the image also in third square behind the mirror. If you keep it in second square, you will see the image also in the second square. So the distance of the object from the mirror is equal to distance of the object image from the mirror behind the mirror. So you will find that the image is at same distance. The image is at same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. So now verify this by placing the object anywhere on the chart paper. So if you keep the object anywhere on the board, so you will see the object image is formed at equal distance behind the mirror. So these are the three properties. So one is the object is the image is erect and same size of the object, and second one is it cannot be caught on screen, and third one is it is equal distance. Image is equal distance from the mirror as the object. Now one more property, that is right or left. When you see your image in a plane mirror, is it exactly like you? It looks exactly like you, but there is some interesting difference between you and your image. So for that you have to do an activity. Stand in front of a plane mirror and look at your image. Raise your left hand. Now touch your right ear. Which ear does your hand touch in your image? Observe carefully. You will find that in the mirror, the right appears left and left appears right. Note that only sides are interchanged. The image does not appear upside down. So here if you raise your left hand, so image will raise its right hand. So according to image it is right hand, but according to you it is your left hand. So left hand appears as right hand in the mirror. So this is called as lateral inversion of the image. Now write down your name on the piece of paper and hold it in front of the plane mirror. How does it appear in the mirror? So it looks inverted. So if you write Raj in the paper, it will look like this. It will look inverted in the mirror, like in ambulance. So if you write ambulance in this form, you will see straight letters of ambulance in the mirror. You can play with this with the mirror. So can you now understand why the word ambulance is written? Ambulance is written as in figure 15.9. When the driver of a vehicle ahead of an ambulance looks in her or his rear view mirror, she or he can read ambulance written on it and give way to it. So when we observe the inverted letters, so here it is written L, B, these are all inverted letters, but if you see in plane mirror, they will look straight. So you can read the word ambulance when you see in the mirror of the car. So you might have observed that in the side mirror of a scooter or a car, the images of all objects appear smaller than the objects themselves. So they look inverted, and also they look smaller than the objects. So why they look smaller in object? Because their shape is different. They are spherical mirrors. So we studied 4 properties of plane mirror. First one is mirror is erect. In a mirror, image is erect and same size of the object. Same size of the object. These are properties of image. And second one is it is virtual. Means you cannot catch the image on the screen. And third one is it is distance. Distance is equal to distance of object. And fourth one is it is inverted, laterally inverted. Lateral inversion. Laterally inverted. So these are the 4 properties of plane mirror. So now we see what are the properties of spherical mirrors. So let us see what Paheli and Bujo are doing here. Paheli and Bujo were waiting for their dinner. So you are also waiting for your dinner, holding the spoon and plate in your hand when you are very hungry. So Bujo lifted a stainless steel plate and saw his images in it. So in a steel plate or in the spoon, you can see your image. My image is erect. So this plate acts as plane mirror. My image is erect and is of the same size. Paheli saw her image using a back of steel spoon. Bujo, look here. I can also see my erect image through its. It is smaller in the size. So it is same as the. So it is also erect, but it is smaller in size in the spoon. But in plate, it is same size as the object. This spoon also acts as mirror of some kind. So that spoon acts as different type of mirror. You can also use a spoon or any curved shining surface to see your image. So this is how it looks. Take a stainless steel spoon. Bring the outer side of the spoon near your face and look into it. So do you see your image in it? Yes, you can see the image. And is this image different from what you see in plane mirror? Yes. In plane mirror, the size of the image is same as object, but here size of the image is smaller than the object. Is this image erect? So yes, it is erect image. And is the size is same? No, it is smaller than the object. So you can see image in the outer side of the spoon. Now look at your image using the inner side of the spoon. Now you look into the inner side of the spoon like this. So you will see different type of image. This time you may find your image is erect and larger in size. So it may be erect and larger in size. If you increase the distance between the spoon and your face, you see your image is inverted. So when you hold the spoon near your face, it is larger than your erect and larger than your face. And when you take it away from your face, the object becomes small and also inverted, ulta. You can also compare the image of your pen or pencil instead of your face. You can hold pen or pencil and see what happens to the object, image. So image from the inner side of the spoon is inverted and smaller than the object when it is held in long distance. If you hold it near your face, it will be larger and erect. The curved shining surface of a spoon acts as a mirror. So it is curved and shining part of the spoon can be used as a mirror. The most common example of curved mirror is a spherical mirror. So curved mirrors are also available in the market and we call them as spherical mirrors. If the reflecting surface of spherical mirror is concave, it is called concave mirror. So if it is reflecting the light from inside, it is called as concave mirror. If it is reflecting this light from the outer side, it is called as convex mirror. Concave means it is having depression. Convex mirror, it is having the extrusion. If the reflecting surface is convex, then it is called as convex mirror. So why we call them as spherical mirrors? So why are concave and convex mirrors called spherical mirrors? So you can understand by this activity. Take a rubber ball and cut a portion of it with a knife or hacksaw blade. Be careful. The inner surface of the cut ball is called concave and outer surface of the ball is called convex. But it is taken from the ball. Ball is sphere, it is spherical. So we can call that part as what? The spherical convex surface or spherical concave surface. The inner surface of the spoon acts like a concave mirror while its outer surface acts like a convex mirror. So we know that the image of an object formed by a plane mirror cannot be obtained on a screen. So in previous session we studied the image obtained by a plane mirror, it cannot be taken on the screen. Let us investigate if it is also true for the image formed by concave mirror or not. So how to find out that? A concave mirror forms a real image of sun on the paper. So take a concave mirror, hold it facing the sun. Try to get the light reflected by the mirror on the sheet of paper. You can see here the image of the sun. It falls on the mirror and it is caught on the paper. Adjust the distance of the paper until you get a sharp bright spot on it. So you adjust the distance of the mirror to and fro and get the sharp image of the sun on the paper. Hold the mirror and sheet of paper steady for few minutes. So you hold that for some time. So what will happen? That part of the paper starts burning. It starts burning there. So try to get the light reflected by the mirror on the sheet of the paper and adjust it to get the sharp image, and you will see that this paper is burnt. This bright spot is nothing but it is image of the sun. Notice that image is formed on the screen. So you can hold the image of the sun on the paper, that is screen. So such images are called as real images. Image formed on a screen is called as real image. And image which cannot be formed on screen is called as virtual image. The image formed by plane mirror could not be obtained on screen, so such an image is called as virtual image. Now let us try to obtain on the screen the image of a candle flame formed by concave mirror. So for that you need a concave mirror and stand and a screen. Fix a concave mirror on a stand, any arrangement to keep the mirror steady you can do, and place it on a table. Paste piece of paper on cardboard sheet about 15 cm by 10 cm. This will act as screen. Keep a lighted candle on a table at a distance of about 50 cm from the mirror. Try to obtain the image of the flame. Try to obtain the image of the flame on the screen. For this, move the screen till a sharp image of the flame is obtained. Make sure that the screen does not obstruct the light from the candle falling on the mirror. So is this image real or virtual? Is it the same size as the flame or not? So if you see here, it is shown the light of the candle first falls on the concave mirror, and that light is falling on the screen. And you can see the candle is erect but image is upside down. It is upside down. And you can see it is larger. Size of the flame is larger than the actual flame. So these properties are seen here. And if you move the image, the mirror near to the candle, you can see more bigger image formed on the screen. Now move the candle towards the mirror and place it at different distances from it. Each case try to obtain the image on the screen. Record your observations. Is it possible to obtain the image on the screen when the candle is too close to the mirror? So when you keep it too close to the mirror, image is not obtained on the screen, but you can see the image into the mirror. You can see the image in the mirror but not on the screen. We see that image formed by concave mirror can be smaller or larger in this size than the object. The image may also be real or virtual. So the image can be smaller or larger, and it may be real or virtual. Means you can catch it on screen or not. Concave mirrors are used for many purposes. So they are used for many purposes. You might have seen doctors using concave mirrors for examining. These are the uses for examining eyes, ears, nose and throat. And concave mirrors are also used by dentists to see an enlarged image of teeth. And they are used in reflectors of torches, and headlights of cars and scooters are concave in shape. So these concave mirrors give smaller image or larger image according to the distance, and they are widely used by the people in different uses. For example, a dentist is examining the teeth. They look larger and clear from the mouth, and they are also seen in the torch. Inside the torch, reflecting surface is the concave mirror. So Bujo observed this image in the shiny surface of the bell on his new bicycle. Bujo observed his image in the shiny surface of the bell on his new bicycle. So bell is made up of steel plate. It is also concave or convex in this appearance. He found that image was erect and smaller in size. He wondered if the bell is also kind of spherical mirror. Can you recognize the type of mirror? It is convex. So reflecting surface of the bell is convex mirror. It is round outside. So you can also do the experiment as shown in previous using the convex mirror. So repeat the experiment using the convex mirror. So you will see the small image of the object in the convex mirror. So record your observations in table 15.1. So could you get real image at any distance of the object from the convex mirror? So it is not seen. Did you get an image larger in the size of the object? No. So you will not get a image on the screen. So you will not get a larger image. In convex mirror, always image is small and it is always erect like this. You have seen in the convex mirror of the car or in bike. So here images are erect and small in size. So can you now recognize the mirrors used as side mirrors in the automobiles? So these are convex mirrors. Convex mirrors can form images of objects spread over a large area. So in the large area backside it looks in the mirror. So these help the drivers to see the traffic behind them. So this is what about the mirrors. So mainly there are two types of mirrors. One is concave mirror, another one is convex mirror, and they are widely used in different areas of life according to the requirement. Thank you.